Hey everybody, this is E from formerly E's Workout Channel. As I mentioned in the previous video, that channel is no more. Now is E the Prophet. Today, I'm going to talk about a group of people called the North Sentinelese people, and why and why I think they may be the smartest people on the planet. Hope everybody's doing good. Before I segue into that, though, I actually want to bring up something else I was reading earlier. It was an article about the pyramids and Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX. You know, the people who are trying to, conduct space missions, outside of NASA. Anyway, excuse me. He tweeted that that aliens built the pyramids in Egypt. And then one of the ministers in Egypt tweeted back that they would like to invite Elon Musk over to Egypt so he could see the pyramids for himself and see the people in the tombs that built the pyramids, and pretty much saying that the aliens didn't build them, and refuting Elon Musk. Now, I just want to weigh in on this because, for one, I love these kind of articles. I read any articles about the pyramids, about the stars, the planets, animals, nature, whatever, medicine, not medicine, holistic medicine, natural remedies, stuff like that. Any article about anything pertaining to nature, the universe, anything along those lines, and I'm definitely gonna read it. That's my thing. That's what I like. I like to learn. I love to learn. So then I can come on my channel and talk about what I've learned or give my opinion on what people are trying to have me learn. Because, a lot of the stuff out there is bunk, as I'm sure most enlightened people know. And to be honest, that's what I'm talking to on this channel. I'm talking to enlightened people. I already know the majority of what I say is going to go over the heads of 90% of the people out there. That's just the way it is. There's 10% of people who have a higher level of understanding. And, I consider myself one of them people. And, not to brag, it's just, some people are good at painting, some people are good at building. I'm good at using my head. It is what it is. We all have our gifts. But anyway, let me just weigh in on that whole whether or not aliens built the pyramids. I'm with the minister in Egypt in that I don't believe aliens from another planet built those pyramids. But I don't see how, because people on the tombs have anything to do with that. Because whereas I don't believe aliens built the pyramids, I also don't believe modern Egyptians built those pyramids either. And what I mean by that is the Egyptians that are spoken of in the Bible, I believe it happened, way, way before those people. So I'm talking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 years prior to those people. So, I don't believe aliens built them because I don't believe in aliens. I did a video about that already. I'd be more than happy to address anybody on that issue. I do not believe in aliens because I believe all life is conducive to the planet that the life is living on. Meaning there's no planet we can go to and survive. And I also believe there's no life that could come to this planet and survive. We have oxygen in our atmosphere. Oxygen is highly corrosive. I believe that the same oxygen that we need to breathe, I believe also destroys our bodies, and that's why our lifespans are so short. Because that same oxygen that we have to breathe is corrodes our bodies, corrodes us from the inside out, makes us get old, everything. I believe oxygen does that. That's a whole nother discussion, and that's not really what I'm here to talk about today. But suffice it to say, I don't believe the aliens built the pyramids, but I don't believe those people sleeping in the pyramids built them either. As far as I know, it's only royalty sleeping in those pyramids. So, and I'm sure the kings and queens weren't out there building the pyramids. So that, that makes no sense. They could have put anybody in those tombs. That has nothing to do with who built the pyramids. So that's just my take on that. I found it interesting. And now let me go into what I really want to talk about today is the North Sentinelese people. They are a group of people, a group of Africans that lives on an island, called the North Sentinel Island, off of the Indian Ocean. And supposedly these people have been living there for 60,000 years. Okay, I don't know if you heard me, I'm gonna repeat it. 60,000 years. These people have been living on this island for 60,000 years. I don't believe in miracles either, not supernatural miracles. I believe everything has a scientific explanation or mathematical explanation, but I do believe in human miracles, and this is miraculous that they've been able to live here for so long. Actually, before I put that in perspective, I want y'all to take a look at some of these people and tell me what you think. Take a good look at them, and I really want you to pay close attention to their complexions. Notice their complexions? Yeah, see that they're all dark skinned? Well, the reason I bring this up, because I know a lot of people, have heard the myth that black people come in all shades and colors. And nah, that's not true. See, this is the truth right here. And that's the one thing about E. E speaks the truth. Whether it hurts, whether you like it, you don't like it, I'm gonna bring the truth to you, whether you can handle it or not. This is the truth. This is what black people look like. This is what a pure African looks like. They're dark skinned. You don't see any light skinned people. You don't see any brown skinned people. So if people say that black people come in all shades and colors, then either black people were breeding with other races of people or they were getting raped by other races of people. And then hence, that's why black people come in all shades. But naturally, that's not the case, as you can see from the pictures. And the reason why I make a point of that is because these people have been living here for 60,000 years through Mother Nature, through disease, I'm sure food shortages at some point, other tribes of people. They've never been conquered by anybody. They've survived. I mean, just even not that long ago, just within the last decade, we had that big tsunami in India that killed hundreds of thousands of people. And it didn't affect the North Sentinelese people at all. And that's pretty impressive that this group of people could withstand such a devastating thing. And honestly, I'm going to tell you, you can find videos about these people all over YouTube. There's like a lot of videos. A lot of the videos say pretty much the same thing. And I haven't seen any video talk about the Sentinelese people in the way that I'm about to. But just think about this. If you start right now, from this moment right now, and go back 7,000 years, that's when supposedly Adam and Eve were created. 7,000 years. Now, think of all the things that have happened. You've had the Mesopotamian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the British Empire, the American. I mean, you've had all of these different things. You've had Jesus Christ. You've had Muhammad. You've had all of these different events happen within the last 7,000 years. Now think that these people have been living there 53,000 years prior to that. 53,000 years prior to the time that Adam and Eve were supposedly created. Now, let me first say, I don't believe that Adam and Eve were the creation of all humankind. It's impossible. As I'm pointing out right now, if anything, I don't even believe in that story at all. But if anything, that may have been the beginning of the Jewish people, possibly. But that wasn't the beginning of all mankind. A lot of other races were already here. And I would assume that includes blacks, Asians, even blonde, blue-eyed white people. I'm sure there were already other people here, prior to 7,000 years. I mean, there's no point to even waste time arguing or debating that fact when I'm telling you about the people that have been living on this island for 60,000 years. And I'm sure they didn't just magically appear out of nowhere 60,000 years ago. I'm sure that means that were people. It's really no telling how long people were actually living on the earth. More than likely, these people came from Africa. I don't know if they were chased out of Africa. And I don't know how, to be honest, they ended up on this island from Africa. I really don't. And these people are definitely African. So, I don't know how they pulled that off. I do know, in fact, I'm going to show you, let me show you here, where they actually do know how to make boats. So I don't know if they were making boats at that point and they sailed. I'm not sure how they migrated to this. I'm guessing they would have had to have been on boats to get to this island. And as you can see, in fact, I just want to tell you about a little incident that happened with the North Sentinelese people in a Korean ship. It was sailing. Somehow it had got stuck, like right at the shore. So it wasn't sinking, but it couldn't move. And the people saw the island, but the captain didn't let anybody get off the ship for some reason. Then all of a sudden they started saying dark-skinned people coming out of the woods. And after a while, the people started attacking the ship. So the captain, he get back on the horn, like, we need help here, quick. And, they showed, the video actually shows the Sentinelese people building these boats real quick. Like, they build them pretty fast. So, they're pretty capable, they I don't think they're as primitive as we think they are. And basically they built these boats so they could go attack the ship. The people on the ship were able to hold them off long enough for them to eventually get some helicopters in. And they got the people out of there on helicopters, but the people were lucky that they didn't get killed. Because one thing about this group of people is that anybody who comes near this island, they will kill you. And it's no joke. They have already killed people trying to approach the island, and they will do everything they can to kill you. They're not coming to talk. They're not trying to scare you off. They're going to take you out. So just know that if you ever decide you want to go visit this island, man, yeah, you better be ready, because they're not playing. These Sentinelese people are not playing, and that's probably how they've survived for 60,000 years without being conquered by anybody else. Also, because the island has been there so long, the vegetation has been growing for so long that, like, a satellite can't even see down in to the island to see how the people live. There's no way to see at all how they live. So we know nothing at all about these people. I know there have been people that wrote about them throughout the years. Like, some people said they saw fires and stuff like that. From the videos I've seen, I can't see fire. Now, with that said, I wouldn't be surprised if they do have fire, though. I'm in my opinion, I am pretty sure that for 60,000 years, there has to be some kind of city inside of those woods, whether it might be an underground city, it might be an above ground city and an underground city, a site for worship. There is literally no telling what may be inside these woods. And these people have ensured their survival for 60,000 years. So they know something. They're doing something right. And when they came out, they didn't have clothes on, so they aren't using fabric and materials, evidently. But I'm pretty sure that even without technology, these people probably have a connection to the earth that's far above and beyond anything that we could comprehend or fathom. When they showed the people coming out of the woods, the people looked healthy. It's not like they looked skinny or malnourished. Man, these people were like in shape, healthy, bouncing up and down, dancing. Kids look happy. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they living a life, without all of these technological advancements that the rest of the world has. And that's probably why they want no parts of it. I did notice when one guy was out there in the water, a female was trying to pull him back towards the woods, but none of these people looked like they were malnourished in any way whatsoever. So just think, for them to survive this long, they have to have all kind of systems in place to ensure their survival, in terms of eating, in terms of getting rid of their waste, in terms of medicine, in terms of childbirth, even I was thinking, like, I've watched a lot of videos about these people, and I haven't seen a video yet where it talks about them burying their dead. Now I'm thinking, if they've been there for 60,000 years, what have they been doing with their dead? And that's what makes me think, are they actually are they burning their dead? So are they really using fire? Do they have a place on the island to bury all of these people? are they letting the animals eat them? I mean, like, we really have no way to know at all how these people live. But I will say this. These are definitely the most capable Africans on the planet for sure. No doubt about it. Most capable. In fact, sometimes I would get discouraged, man. I know I'm a light-skinned black dude, but I am black. And, sometimes I used to get discouraged. Like, are we real? Are we inferior? Like, what's going on? But this right here tells you that no, black people are not inferior. The conditions of this world, societies, cultures, things like that, may have impeded our growth as a race, as opposed to other races. But these people show you right here that black people are just as smart as anybody, maybe more capable than anybody else in terms of if we had to really live off the land. Like say if we ever, God forbid, natural disaster, war, whatever, knock us back a couple thousand years and we got to live like how they living, will we be able to survive for 60,000 years? You know what I'm saying? So I wish there was a way that we could learn from these people. I wish there was a way we could communicate with them just so we could learn like how they live, what are they doing, how have they survived all this time? Just Mother Nature alone is miraculous. How have they survived like Mother Nature all of these years? I mean, I'm sure sometimes food would have to get scarce, just all kind of different things. How did they survive these conditions for so long and are thriving? Like I said, it ain't like they came out there looking like bags of bones. These people were healthy, running, dancing. So what have they been doing? I would love to learn the lessons. I know there are things that they could teach us about this planet, because I believe we are going to have to evolve at some point anyway. Now, that might feel like devolving to some people, but at some point, we got to put the earth first. We got to put our planet first if we want to keep living on it. You know what I'm saying? We got to put humanity first, if we want to survive with the rest of humanity. You know what I mean? So to me, we have to have a evolution of consciousness, the way where we truly care about our fellow man and we truly care about the condition of this planet and not wasting resources or damaging it, in any significant way. I want to do a whole. Man, I'm gonna have to really research these people, to be honest, because if you think about it, they've been there for 60,000 years. We weren't even writing history down for 60,000 years. So I'm curious to know, did anybody else know about these people at all going back in history? Because really, I think like maybe a couple hundred years, like is the earliest we know. I think like maybe somebody wrote about them in the 1800s, like 200 years ago, maybe. 200 out of 60,000 is nothing. So I'm curious, did the Greeks ever run into these people? Did the Romans ever run into these people? Did the Babylonians run into these people? Like how were they able to fend off all of these people? How many people really do live? Like I've heard estimates of 50 to 500. I wonder if there could be thousands living in there. In an island of that size. It's really no way to know. But I know this, whenever somebody comes up on that island, they always seem to be ready for them. So they have a way to keep an eye on that whole island somehow. Because I don't care if you come up on that, whoever you are that seem to come up on that island, they got something for you. But yeah, these people are amazing that they have been able to live there so long. Our minds can't even grasp 60,000 years. I know my mind can't grasp it. I can't even fathom 7,000 years, much less 60,000. But for them to have been living there that long, how have they pulled that off and they still look the same? Now, I don't know. Let me take that back. Maybe, I don't know if they look different 60,000 years ago. I don't know if any evolution is taking place there or not. But like I said, they all look healthy. They all look dark-skinned. They look like black people, African people. So I'm guessing this is just how people looked 60,000 years ago. So 60,000 years ago, and actually probably way before that, we already had people here living in societies. You know what I'm saying? So this whole 7,000 year thing, man, is nonsense. And we can't have real conversations and get the real answers if we starting off with foolishness. And to be honest, the whole 7,000 year thing is foolishness. The whole God concept in general is foolishness. The devil concept is foolishness. We don't need devils and demons, not when we got human beings. There are no worse creatures, I'm sure, that have ever lived than human beings. We were probably negatively influenced the demons if they did exist. That's how bad we are. So I don't need to hear stories about any of that stuff. I don't need God to tell me not to rape you, not to kill you, not to steal from you. I'm intelligent enough to know that in a civilized society, we can't live that way. And I can't believe that I would assume that most of my fellow human beings would be intelligent enough. We would at least be at that stage of the game to know that you can't live like that and maintain a civilized society. So I don't need God for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to argue that. You know, people can believe whatever they want to believe, but I know for a fact that the enlightened people of this world know what I'm talking about, know what time it is, and know exactly what I'm saying right now. I know that. Now, y'all people who got to get on the bandwagon, who need to be led by the people y'all see on TV, the people y'all hear on the radio, the people y'all who write your articles, I know a lot of people need to be led. They need to get on that bandwagon. They're sheeple. And there's a lot of people who fit that category. I'm not that person. I think for myself in every way. I take what somebody say and I get what I can get out of it and I discard the rest of it. And everything you ever will hear me say on this channel is coming from me. Nothing you will ever hear me say comes from somebody else because there's no point for me to come on here and do that. I could just send you to their video. You can watch their video and get it from the horse's mouth. There's no point for me to come on here and repeat something somebody else, says. That's just stupid and a waste of your time, a waste of my time. I'm never going to do it. Everything you hear me say will be 100% original and straight out the horse's mouth and in the way that only I can say it. I promise you that. So, I'm not going to keep going on. I do want to eventually do some research on these people just to see how far back their history may go, and to see what people may know about these people. I wish there was a way that we could communicate and learn from these people. They are amazing in the fact that they have survived for so long. 60,000 years is an amazing feat. Like I said, to not get conquered by nobody, to not have to survive Mother Nature and all disease and anything else that can come your way. They've conquered it, they've thrived, and they're still thriving. And I really believe they have a lot of lessons that they could teach us modern humans if we ever had the chance to learn from them. But yeah, so I don't really have, that's in a nutshell, that's why they are the smartest people, in my opinion, the most capable people on the planet because of how long they have survived and how they're still thriving. There are plenty of videos on YouTube about these people that you can look at. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Please like the video. Please comment. Please subscribe to the channel. I need more of y'all. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say about the video. About this subject. I already have in mind what I'm doing for the next video. I could talk about the North Sentinelese people all day. I love those people. And I hope y'all learn more about them. Anyway, everybody, stay safe, stay up. Peace.